This is the Bali Jesus Hazetac Jesus Devil. Thank you to Ted Flips for lending this to me. Thank you to Cream Soda for shipping it to me after you were done. Let's clear up some confusions. The Jesus Devil is manufactured by Hazetac. It is distributed by Bali Jesus. It was based off. I believe he told me that he was like he's good friends with Chris. I legitimately thought that Bally Jesus was Haystack because I was like, get it? No, Chris doesn't do fucking shit on the internet. So, but he was like, okay, you can like make an edit on one of my designs, and he was like, I think the DMC is the pinnacle of what you've got, and he made while it's based off of the DMC handles, he named it the Jesus Devil, opposed to the devils. There are other devils. And then also, not to be confused with the Devil Devils, which are devils but with like red haircut. It's so confusing. Anyways, the Jesus Devil can be recognized by the up arrow and the down arrow, and it's supposed to have some sort of symbolism with heaven and hell, I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's got this nice laser job. It's a kukri blade, and it's on titanium handles. The lasering I think is done by Balisong, who is not him. There are several blade types. I think there are 4 blade shapes. There is Tanto, Kukri, Kuma, which is the Japanese Tanto, and the DE. Single edges are $725. DE is $800. Let me just clock in what this weighs. It weighs 4.52 ounces. Here's my situation. The more I flipped this, the more I liked it. And I'm like, oh, fucking no, that's dangerous. I like my DMC. But honestly, if I could trade my DMC for a Jesus Devil, I just might. I find that these handles are more comfortable to hold. Just a picky thing. But the flat surface opposed to the grooves that the DMC has. I'm a fucking idiot. Let me get it real quick. So the DMC, here's the Carlo. And as you can see, the Carlo is much longer than the DMC. Carlo stands longer than this. So the DMC to me always felt kind of short compared to the Carlo, just because the Carlo is so fucking long. But the Jesus Devil and the DMC have the same handle length. Kukri is a little longer and bigger and wider. I find that the Japanese Tanto is nice. I considered it neutral, but it might just be a smidge handle bias. But I don't like how this groove is as much, personally. I like the flat feeling here. I don't like the kukri as well and rollovers. It fans amazingly. This is such a nice fucking Bally to fan. It's got a nice ring to it. Not as much of a ring as the DMC though, but it's got something. And it just feels so buttery smooth with its fans. But because it's a kukri, the rollovers are fucking scary, and there's a weird weight distribution. And even still, with how like it feels like a more neutral looking kukri compared to other kukris that I've seen, but it's still a kukri. So unfortunately, just with the blade momentum leading, like you have to account for it. It's not bad. You just have to account for it. Let's see. There's a there's a slight difference in that the jimping goes all the way through on the Jesus Devil opposed to the DMC, which has like this not all the way through jimping. Not really sure why that is. Yeah. Personally, it's literally just the grip makes me not want to flip the DMC as much. So honestly, I might try and trade the DMC for a Jesus Devil. The question is, how do the other blades feel? And I don't know. I like how the kukri looks. I don't know if the DE is something that I would be able to do chaps on both sides, because sometimes the choils are high enough to do chaps on both sides, but I don't think Haystack DEs are like that. The American Tanto definitely looks like it has enough weight. I don't think it looks as cool, but I might try and trade for one. And even if I do get a kukri, I can live with a kukri. I think they're fine. This kukri is, I mean, Is this even a kukri at this point? It's more. This one is much more exaggerated compared to the Carlo that I have here. This is barely a kukri. Unfortunately, I wish I could. I wish I liked flipping the Carlo more too. I like the original Carlo too. It's just that this has some coarse lines with the milling, and it wasn't ever sanded down before it was Cerakoted, which is a real shame because that would help. But this is a nice jeweled polished surface. I believe all mods are done by Bali Jesus himself. He does really great mod work. I think now that Major Rallis seemed to imply that he's like stepping down. Bali Jesus does great mod work too. Really cool guy, really easy to talk to. So if you want a Jesus Devil from Bali Jesus, they're over 700 bucks a pop. Now that is a pretty penny. That's a fucking expensive knife. It's good though. It's good though. And I think the DMC that I got was 625 or 650. So it's like, it's more expensive than the DMC, but not like a ton more. I just I don't know, the more I flip the Jesus Devil, the more I like it. And that's a scary feeling because shit's expensive. It's just really satisfying. Fans, and like, yeah, the rollovers are tricky, but like you mostly it's like if you know what you're doing and you know your knife well, you can flip it, but just do be aware that the amount of weight distribution that you're flinging, it does feel strange, so you got to be careful. Yeah, this is a good fucking knife. It's just kind of pricey. I do think that at least it lives to the price point. I don't know if that price included mods. I simply just found it on his Instagram. There might be more details on other posts. Unfortunately, it's just kind of hard to like find info on some of these because you just have to go through the, you might be able to do things on, I don't know, the DE actually looks quite nice, but I would be scared to hurt myself on it. Who knows? Maybe I could trade for one. Maybe I could add for cash on top of my DMC, but the Jesus Devil, it's quite nice. It's really good, and it's just, yeah, it's got like solid tolerances. There's a little bit of play. I feel like in general, other Hazetac knives I've had have like really nice tolerances. This is pretty dang good. It's not the best. Also, do be aware that it has like a pretty intense Zen nipple. I don't think you can get pinched by these, but they're pointy. This is the Hazetac Carlo. It's much more softer, but these are like, this could like break a car window. I feel like. Oh man, this is the one that I'm gonna miss the most when out of the ones that I have borrowed. I'm going to be sending back the Jesus Devil as well as the Astral to Ted Flips because those are his knives. I am forwarding also the Ion to Ted Flips for Cream Soda, and I'm also lending my own Phobos to him. But yes, that is all I have from Ted's collection. Thank you so much, Ted, for lending me your knives. Thanks, Cream Soda, for shipping them to me after you were done with it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a happy, good flipping. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell. Tell your mom I say hi. What are your thoughts on the fucking Jesus Devil? Do you like it compared to other Hazetac knives? Do you think this is the best Hazetac knife? Why doesn't Hazetac fucking check his messages? Have a good one. Tell your mom I say hi.